Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Erskine the Prophet here to do another video. This is I guess my New Year's Eve video, the last video of 2020. But y'all probably won't see it till January 1st, 2021. Anyway, this video is going to be about one of my favorite TV shows, Naked and Afraid. I love Naked and Afraid. And just a few questions I have about the show. Well, not really about the show, but the things the people do on the show, the people that are part of the show. Some things that just make me have to ask a few questions here. You know, for those of you that don't know, Naked and Afraid is a show that comes on the Discovery Channel. I think it comes on at 10 o'clock. But basically it's about these two people who are put into these various locations around the world, Africa, Amazon, Asia, Australia, everywhere. They put these people everywhere, and these locations are bad, like desolate, no food, no drinking water, no nothing. And these people go out there butt naked. I mean, totally naked, no shoes, no nothing. And it's normally a man and a woman, and they have to survive for 21 days out there in the wilderness. And I really, really like the show. So, but as a result of some of the things I've seen people do repeatedly, I just got to ask a few questions, you know, because I'm guessing the people that go out there had to have watched a few of the shows of the previous people that went out there before them. But it seems like everybody goes out there and make the same mistakes a lot of the times. So, you know, the first question I'm going to ask is, why do people still bring out friction fire sets? Like the bow drills or the hand drills. Why do people keep doing it? Why do people keep bringing them freaking hand drills out there into the wilderness? Everybody that goes out there has a problem getting a fire started with them. Everybody. Nobody has gone. I mean, people eventually end up successful on maybe the 6th, 5th, 6th, 7th day, 8th day, 10th day. You know, but not only is it hard as hell in these humid environments to get a fire started with these things, but you burn up so much energy trying to get the fire started. You burn so many calories, you lose so much water. You know, so I'm just wondering why at this point, I think actually at this point now, they don't even let you bring the bow drill. They just give you a fire start, I think, in a lot of the situations, you know, in the later seasons. But if you watched it in the beginning, like I have, I just binge watched the whole thing on Hulu. And, you know, like everybody was bringing, I'm not even going to get into some of the other stupid stuff I think people bring, but I'm asking myself, why are people bringing freaking bow drills? Knowing how hard it is to use them damn things. Like they have just a fire starter you can use where you just pretty much flick the thing and it starts fire. Like, why wouldn't everybody just use that? Doesn't it just make more sense in terms of being out there for 21 days, not being able to find food, not being able to find water, your energy's running low? Why burn up all of that energy using a bow drill or a hand drill? It makes no sense to me. But like I said, I don't even think they do it now, but that's a question I always had maybe for the earlier seasons. Why would they keep bringing, you know, the bow drills out? You know, it just didn't make any sense to me. My next question was going to be, why don't people bring blankets instead of bringing the mosquito nets? Because, you know, most of the episodes I've seen, the mosquito nets don't work. They still get all bit up. I guess they can, I don't know if the mosquito nets aren't, you know, high quality. Maybe they're cheaply made. But every show I seem to watch, you know, the people are getting bit up through the mosquito net. So I'm like, why bring a mosquito net at this point? Why wouldn't they just bring a blanket? You know, for one, most of these people out there are freezing to death most of the times, which once again, when you're freezing and shivering, you're burning up the few calories you got. And, you know, keeping it real, you know, for those of you who have watched the show and enjoyed the show, you know, most men out there for 21 days lose on average of like 25 pounds, maybe more than that, but at least 25 pounds. And the women normally lose like 10 or 12 pounds. So these people are losing weight. I've never seen somebody go out there and not lose a significant amount of weight, you know, for the 3 weeks they're out there. So, you know, and I'm going to tell you, if you butt naked in like 60 degrees, that's cold as shit, especially if you're having to sleep out there in that. You know what I'm saying? That's no joke. So I don't understand why more people wouldn't bring blankets out there with them instead of bringing a mosquito net. Because at least, in a blanket, you can wrap yourself up in a blanket so the bugs can't get you and you're warm. It just makes, I don't understand why. I put it like this. If I ever get the opportunity to go on Naked and Afraid, and I'm not sure I want to do it, but if I ever did, decide, hey, let's give it a shot, I'm bringing a blanket. It's my item. That's the item I'm bringing. I'm bringing a freaking blanket. Hey, call me crazy, but that's what I would do. That would make, the way I say it, if we got a knife, a blanket, and a fire starter, I'm good to go. Man, we could fish. We could make some fish baskets or try some other things, in terms of things. Because I know a lot of people try to fish with the mosquito net. I haven't seen people very successful with that either, to be honest. I've seen people catch some little tiny fish with it, but I've never really seen nobody catch a significant amount of fish with the mosquito net. So it's not even really good for that, to be honest. So, just my next question, like why don't people bring the blankets instead of the mosquito nets? Okay. Let's see. Oh, the people, and question number 3. Okay, if you don't have a blanket and you're freezing to death, but you don't feel comfortable with the cuddling or the spooning or any of that, why don't the people just lie back to back? That's another thing I've just failed to understand. If you don't want your genitals touching and all of that, why not lay back to back? Because at least that way you're still transmitting some body heat. But oddly enough, I never see nobody do that. It's almost like some people just don't want to be touched at all. And I know, how do I want to say this? I know, okay, say if you got gay men or gay women and they might not feel comfortable with the opposite sex. I could see maybe in that situation, you might not want to be touching people or not. I'm going to tell you, I'm as straight as they come. You know what I'm saying? I like women, period. I don't have no in-betweens. But if I'm out there butt naked with another dude and we trying to survive for 3 weeks, I really wouldn't have a problem laying back to back with that dude. Now we ain't gonna land no other kind of way, but I could lay back to back and still maintain my masculinity, you know what I'm saying, and not freeze to death. So I don't understand why more people just don't lay back to back if you don't really want to be, doing all the cuddling thing. And I understand people may be married or whatever and may not feel comfortable or may just not feel comfortable for various reasons. And I've seen shows where the men get upset. I've seen shows where the women get upset. But more so with the men, they get upset because the woman don't want to cuddle. And you don't know what reason she may not have to want to cuddle. So my thing is, lay back to back. That still transmits some body heat without y'all having to get all sexual about it. Just one other question I had. My actual next question, number 4, was going to be, why do the men act like idiots? But I'm going to tell y'all why the men act like idiots. If you look at some of these men on this show, it's pretty obvious that not only do they not have girlfriends, some of these men act like they've never even been around women before at all. So can you imagine these men, not only now are they around, and a lot of these women on here look pretty good. Now you're sleeping right next to a butt naked woman when you've never been around a woman before. Man, some of these men are going to go insane from that. That's a lot of pressure, and I think that's why sometimes when you see these men just start flipping out and leaving for reasons that don't make no sense, I think sometimes, man, them dudes just can't handle that pressure being next to the naked woman. I really do. Now, the real cool dudes don't really seem to have that problem. But some of the other, I could see, because another thing you'll notice, if you've watched enough of the shows, a lot of the times the men will get out there and start trying to impress the women, going all gung-ho, burning themselves all out, and then end up having to leave the show before the 21 days are up. I've seen that happen so many times. So, it's a weird dynamic, especially if you know the dynamics between a man and a woman sexually and how these things play out for some of these guys. A woman in that situation is much, much stronger than a man. Women are just wired and built differently. And in that aspect, they beat us hands down when it comes to maintaining self-control and being disciplined in that respect. They crush us in that regard. So I guess I understand that aspect, But I'm gonna say this too. Having watched Naked and Afraid, I've gained so much respect for women because the women, honestly, in a lot of the episodes, are just smarter than the men, especially when they come in on kind of like an equal level. Now, if you got some, like somebody who's really, really good, it may be different, but a lot of the times the women just seem to have a better understanding of the plants and the trees and what's medicinal and, just have a better grasp totally. I mean, some of the men might be strong and better hunters, but in terms of truly intellectually understanding the environment, I think the women are better than the men in most of the circumstances. And I just have a whole new appreciation for women, from watching this show and just seeing how capable. Because like I said, man, when you got two men and women butt naked in the wild, having to go for it for everything. I mean, even clean drinking water is hard to come by. The women have just shown, like, I already knew that men and women were equal. I've always believed, just from a nature standpoint, the physical and the feminine and the masculine being two equals of a greater whole. I've always believed that anyway. But this show has shown me that women are just as capable as men from all aspects. I mean, it's eye-opening. And honestly, I think everybody should really watch this show just to see, how, you see people's true nature and their true instincts come out in these situations. How people really are, how they really adapt, how they relate to other human beings. It's a really incredible show. It's powerful to me. I love it. I love Naked and Afraid. I've watched him. So I watch him over and over. I just love him. I love the show that much. And, some of the guys I really like. Now, I'm not going to go through everybody, but I'm going to tell you, like, one of the guys who really stands out to me was Gary. I love Gary. Gary, I mean, he's like a scavenger type of survivor. He finds all kind of dead stuff or whatever. But in terms of just his nature, he just seems like a really cool dude. Like, he's somebody I would drink a beer with. I smoke a J with him. You know what I'm saying? And it's not a lot of dudes on that show that I like, that I would really hang out with in terms of, I wouldn't hang out with a lot of the guys I've seen on that show, to be honest. They're not my type of dudes. But like Gary, Steven, EJ. Now, EJ probably more of a religious dude, so I couldn't really get with him on. But in terms of a good dude, I really, really like EJ, and I really, really like Jeff. I really, really like those four dudes. And I forget the gay guy's name, the big gay guy, kind of muscular. I think he real cool too. So those five guys. In fact, the next video, I think I'm gonna do one more video about Naked and Afraid. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do a top 5 guys I like and girls I like on the show, and the top 5 guys I couldn't stand and women I couldn't stand on the show. That's gonna be my next video about Naked and Afraid. I'm gonna do one more, then I'll probably leave it alone, unless y'all wanna see more of these kind of videos. But before I go, I just had one last thing to say about Naked and Afraid, something I found so funny. Okay, I was watching the 40-day Excel challenge, and they had like a bunch of 3-man groups, and eventually all of these 3-man groups would meet up, and it would be like a super group of survivors out there. But there was an instance on the 40-day challenge where Shane's group, it was Shane, Alana, and Danielle, they had found this big turtle. This turtle was freaking huge, man. It was like a 20-pound turtle, and it had like red marks on his legs. And I kind of noticed that when he was picking up, showing the turtle. It was so big you couldn't miss it. But the turtle had red marks on his legs. They decided they were going to let this turtle go. So they let the turtle go. And eventually another group, it was EJ and Jeff. Somehow they came across the same turtle. They caught the turtle. I'm like, damn, they let the turtle get away. Now somebody else gonna eat the turtle anyway. So they should have just ate it anyway. And the reason how I could tell it was the same turtle, it was the same big turtle, 20-pound turtle, and it had the same red marks on his legs. Now, this is what's so crazy, what's so funny about this, is that EJ and Jeff set the turtle down and they started doing something. And when they came back, the turtle was gone. Turtle escaped. So nobody got to eat this turtle. And then what's even funnier, the reason why this is so funny is because EJ and Jeff ended up meeting up with Danielle, Alana, and Shane at some point, throughout the show. And they started talking about the turtle. Like Alana and them said they had found a turtle, let it go. And Jeff and EJ's like, yeah, we had found a turtle too. And they never realized that they had both were talking about the same turtle. They just never, the conversation never got to the point where they figured out that they were both talking about the same turtle. But the turtle got away and didn't get eaten. At least they didn't show it on camera if somebody actually got him. But it looked like the turtle got away. And I just thought that was so funny. This the only turtle I've ever seen escape death twice, and not get eaten when these people are starving to death. It just was so funny to me. And I think after Jeff and EJ lost the turtle, they ended up eating like some cactus or something, whatever it was. It was a far cry from the turtle. And I was like, damn, that's a lucky ass turtle. But anyway, y'all, that's all I got to say for my last video of the year. I just really wanted to be something light, something kind of cool. I love Naked and Afraid. If you haven't ever seen it, it's an awesome show. Check it out on Discovery or wherever else you can find it. It's on Hulu for me. I watch it on Hulu. But I hope everybody have a happy, safe New Year's Eve. If you see the video on New Year's Day, I wish everybody a happy, wonderful 2021. Accomplish all your goals. Get everything done you want to. I love y'all. I love y'all so much. Thank you to all my loyal subscribers who have stuck in there with me. I know my videos get out there sometimes, but I'm going to do a couple cool videos going forward, before I need to jump out there on something crazy. But anyway, everybody, please like the video. Please like my video, my Naked and Afraid video. Please comment if you like Naked and Afraid too. If there's any episodes, you want me to talk about or anything you really like, hit me up. I'd be happy to talk to you about it. Please subscribe to my channel. I need all the new subscribers I can get. And other than that, everybody stay safe, stay healthy, and stay strong. Peace.